Oh my gosh. Okay, my face feels hot, but we're just doing it. Do I look red? I look red on the.
Kind of.
Oh my gosh. I feel hot. Anyways, welcome back to Missin the Homies. This is the show that I haven't done in 2 months. But we're back with a new homie and a new month, not starting on time. So I've been thinking of how to introduce you, but then I'm like, I don't I feel like if you've been here for this long, if you've been well, formerly Sandra, gone but not forgotten, uh my sister from a different mister. Um let's see. I feel like there's I don't know. Rebecca's on the show. Rebecca's on the pod.
Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome, welcome. All right. So now, oh, did you already crack yours?
I did not.
Oh, this is honestly, this is my favorite part of the whole show. And here we go. Kicking it off back again. Three, two.
For that.
Ah. Okay. So, rundown of the show
Okay.
because I need to get myself back into it, into the new and improved Missin the Homies.
Okay.
So, um like I said, this is the show where I bullshit with my homies, and really, this show was born out of the pandemic because I missed everybody. So that where the last time you were on was should we do a podcast, which if anybody's watching and hasn't seen should we do a podcast, honestly that's the one that people still talk to me about, like your episode, which is
Really? I never
so
heard any feedback. Like I didn't know how it went.
it like I mean, the eating ass on the table was insane, and it's so funny. But honestly, that was. I am hot. Oh my gosh. But this, I guess that's what I wanted to do differently with the show. Is that it's kind of just like we don't. I mean, not you and me, because you and me talk almost every day. But a lot of my friends I don't get the chance to see as much as I would like or hang out, and this is my fun time setting all of this stuff up and thinking about how this show is gonna go. So I just am trying to take it less seriously to where it's causing my life problems, but do a better job of making the show more fun and I don't know, fun between the whoever I have for the month.
Okay.
So I've been trying to think. So typically every month has like a theme ish.
Okay.
And normally I talk about it normally we do this whole prep is normally done beforehand, but I thought about it way late in the game,
Raw
because
footage.
yeah, this normally would have been last week of August talk, but here we are, ending the last week of September. So I have a couple of ideas for
Okay.
what we could talk about for the month, and we can just let me know, because we're gonna be doing this together.
Okay.
At least, so my goal is to do at least one a week for the month, and I really love if we could do an in-person episode, but I mean that all just comes down to scheduling, and that's more of like a dream than like a hard line. Really, the hard line is cracking a bev and bullshitting for at least 20 minutes, but normally
Okay.
they go longer.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay. So, first idea, which is what we kind of already talk about on a daily basis, is sort of our like adulting and our keeping our shit straight on our workout grind, thin neck gang. So the and again, these are just like broad ideas. So I had that. I was also thinking we could talk pets because
Always.
like
See, you're right over there sleeping.
see, so Eddie was in here a little bit ago, and Pants refuses to. Okay, so you've seen the Barbie movie at this point, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
No, you haven't?
No,
Oh.
no, I have not.
What? Okay.
It's been busy with work, so no.
Yeah, I had to do the double feature the weekend of, which was too much movie. Which leads me to my third option, movies. Because as I was thinking about this, one of my weak spots, I know, is my movie knowledge. I feel like it's 90% of the time people ask me if I've seen a movie, and I say no. So what I really wanted to do beforehand was I wanted to watch Sybil last night and be like, Rebecca, I watched Sybil.
So good.
But it's 3 hours, and
it's very long. It's very long.
Couldn't find where to stream it. I think it's on Tubi.
I have the DVD.
Do you? That survived the DVD collection?
I'm pretty sure I still have it. Yeah, because I got rid of most of them, but I'm pretty sure I still have it.
Did you? Is it because there's a couple of versions, right?
So this is the Sally Field one. I believe it was from the 70s.
I think 74.
Yeah.
Could be wrong.
Because she was young. She was very, very young when she filmed it.
And then there's a newer one, right?
Yeah, I didn't see the new one yet.
Still 3 hours?
I don't even know who's in it, but huh?
Still 3 hours?
I don't know. They didn't make movies like that though back in the day, so it's like about that long, like with the whole.
I mean, Oppenheimer was
like now you can kind of shorten it.
3 hours. I feel like movies have gotten pretty long. I would say like a regular movie's about
2.5 hours.
Yeah, 2.5 hours.
2:45.
I thought the Barbie movie was going to be like an hour and a half, but the Barbie movie is like, I think it's 2.5 too.
What was the other one that just came out with it?
Oppenheimer? Yeah.
Yeah, we saw that twice in the theater.
You saw it twice? Okay, so how did you feel about it the second time?
So the second time I caught more because it goes back and forth a lot, and I didn't really I knew about the atomic bomb man, but I really didn't know like the backstory, and like I didn't know about the whole court thing and any of that stuff, and like his wife and like her backstory, which I believe her character was slightly exaggerated from what I've read. But I didn't know a lot of that stuff. I just didn't know. So yeah. Andrew and I saw it first, and then maybe not even a week later, we took Alejandro to go see it, and
that's a lot.
Definitely got more out of it the second time because of all the back and forth. Like you're not really sure what's going on, and you're just because I didn't know the backstory either. So I enjoyed the movie very much.
Do you think Florence Pugh in the movie? We won't speculate on real life. Do you think Florence Pugh was killed by the CIA or she did it herself?
Definitely CIA.
See, I 100% walking out of the movie, I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they killed Florence Pugh. Or like the government killed her. And Renee was like, what are you talking about? I was like, did you not see the whole part with the black glove? She's like, yeah, but she wrote the letter. I was like, but it wasn't even finished. She didn't even.
Right. And that's what he said. Like, they've been writing for so long. Like, which we don't. I mean, I guess we can kind of use like text and stuff, but like how you talk in your letters or how you sign off on stuff, like if that's not your MO and like this is totally off and then you die, it's like clearly this wasn't your choice.
Right. Oh my gosh. When was the last time you wrote a letter?
Wrote a letter? Well, I write love notes every day for Andrew in his lunchbox.
No, but like a full-on
But a
letter.
full letter?
Bought postage.
Probably like after we got married because I had to write thank you. Oh well, does thank you cards count? No, not really.
I don't know.
That's probably the closest I've gotten to it.
Every day, Andrew gets a handwritten letter. Every handwritten note.
Every night that he has to go to work, I write him a love sticky note.
Aww.
I wouldn't say it's always love. Sometimes it's a little ratchety.
Sometimes,
you know, gotta keep it going.
Sometimes Sandra pops through.
Yeah. I'll tell him like not safe for work, so don't let anyone touch your lunch.
It's 2 sticky notes. It's one on top. That's see.
Yeah.
When we moved to Chicago, I was doing that for Renee, which was funny because we moved during the pandemic, so she wasn't going in person.
Yeah.
But when she had to go, because I remember I went and bought these like cards, like card stock, and it had like it was kind of like it was like Post-it, it was like note card size, but it had like cute things on the front, and then I would write a note on the back.
Oh, okay. Okay, I got you. I think I've seen something like that before. I think that, like around Valentine's Day, they came out with like these things, and you pop them open, and it would say something different every day, and you can write on the back of it. But yeah, no, mine is just a straight sticky note. Sometimes they're half-assed, like depending on how quickly I'm trying to make his lunch.
Just a heart.
Now Alex is in school, so last year I would write him notes on his napkin, and today he went to school and we packed his lunch, and I wrote him a little note in his little lunchbox too, because he's reading more now, so he can read like what I say. He's in
1st grade, right?
Yep. Started on Tuesday.
And 1st grade is every day. Yeah. That's
every day, all day. So was kindergarten.
Was it? Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, I feel so stupid when people talk about school. I'm like, what even happened in school at this point? Okay, so adulting, pets, and movies. That's where I'm at. Which I feel like that's honestly, I feel like that's a pretty I feel like that's pretty much what we talk about on a daily basis.
Yeah, I mean, especially adulting, now that you guys moved into your new place.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah.
Like it's yours.
Yeah, you haven't seen the place.
I have not.
Okay, so this is my room. Well, not my room, but this is where I have my desk. Oh man. Maybe that's what I'll do for the next episode. I'll do it in another room so you can see the place. But yeah, we were actually just moving. We hung up a shelf last night, and it feels like such a little thing, but it's so weird. It's so weird being home ownership is so weird. Adulting is weird.
It's expensive.
It's really expensive. So, who was I talking to? Oh, I was talking to Felipe. Felipe's like, "Oh, what'd you guys do this summer?" I was like, "Oh, we didn't really go that many places." He's like, "You didn't?" I was like, "No, I mean, we went to New York and we did." I was like, "Why didn't we go any places?" And then I was like, "Oh yeah, because we fucking bought a house. Like, all of our money went to all of that stuff." Oh my gosh, look at this. Speaking of stuff that went to this house, this.
Oh yeah, you just showed me that. Amazing.
It's so sick. It's so comfy. Honestly, it kind of reminds me of your couch, the one upstairs. Yeah.
What would you say, since buying your house or your place now? What kind of surprised you the most, of like whether it was like a financial, bill, or something that maybe you thought of now that the place is yours, like that you have to do or didn't think of? I don't know. Do you get what I'm going with this? Like,
yeah,
what is something that like, oh, I didn't know how to do that, or I don't know how to do this and now I have to learn, or this was expensive to do?
I think painting, because like Renee's mom, dad, and sister. Her dad and sister came the very first weekend we moved in, and then her mom and sister came the weekend after.
Okay.
And we just like all of the stuff that you need for painting, and like I never painted any of my rooms. Literally, I think the only time we painted anything was in Allen Park, and I remember painting the basement for like very. I remember like helping, so I like didn't know that there was like a technique, and you have to do it right, otherwise it looks shitty.
You got a primer.
Yeah, like multiple coats, all of the shit that you need, and this is the one room that we didn't need to paint.
Okay.
But we painted the living room, the walkway, like the entrance, the like sunroom, and one of the bathroom and our bedroom. So we painted 5 rooms.
That's a good chunk.
It took so much longer than I thought. But it wasn't that hard. And I thought it was gonna be harder, but it was I'm still finding paint on all of my stuff though. Like that was, I think painting was probably the one thing, because like there was other stuff we had to do. Like we needed the sink changed, and I like knew how to change the sink head and all that, knew how to change the shower head, stuff like that. Was like those little things. Even hanging the shelf, I was like, no, we got to do it right, and not just fucking command strip it. So I'm like, we have a stud finder and everything, so I was like, oh, okay, I got to do this right. What about you? What was the, I mean, how long have you lived in the Allen Park house?
So I moved in 2015, the day before Halloween.
Whoa.
Yeah. So a good
almost 10 years
now. Yeah. I think
it was 2023.
Well,
I thought it was 2024. 8 years. Yeah, you're right.
Oh yeah. So I had another house before, but like I feel like completely on my own.
Yeah.
The yard work, but you have not experienced that yet.
No, but I remember cutting the grass at your place.
Yeah.
And just the backyard.
And it's not even a lot of space.
No.
Like, or a lot of like land or whatever yard. Pulling the weeds and like, you rake leaves. Okay. Yeah. But I don't know if it was just because I felt like the more expensive gas got too. I'm like, the more I had to cut my grass, like the more gas I had to keep getting.
Yeah.
I mean, I filled up my jug or whatever, but and that's not counting like the weed whacking and the edging. Like when I do it, and then you got like my neighbors, the neighbors.
Yeah. Their
house is like immaculate, right? Because she's out there every day trimming.
Yeah.
And then you got my house that'd be looking like Jumanji, just so. But kudos to Andrew. He's like, it almost looks like resodded because he's saved the lawn. Like I cut it as short as I could. I didn't know that you don't do that. You let it grow, and then you like have a certain level of where it's supposed to be cut. Like you don't just cut it super short.
Because it'll dry out, right?
That and just how it grows, and like the grass looks so much better. I mean, of course you put some seed down and stuff, but like it looks way better. And then he edges and uses the blower and the weed whacker and all that stuff. So like, and then like when you ever go for a walk and you see people's yards and they have like those nice lines.
Yeah.
Like
that's
now my yard looks like that.
That's some dad shit.
And I'm like, because it's I don't know, maybe Renee can kind of like relate, but like when I clean my house, everything is done, put in its place, and I light my little candle.
You light the candle?
Yes. No one comes out. Like, and then I walk around and I just like admire my work. And I feel like that's how men probably do it for the grass or their yard or garage or, their man cave or whatever.
It like, I mean, since we don't have we don't have a yard.
Mm.
I, but I don't know. I think living with Renee, as the years have gone by, I've realized how she's gonna get mad for me blowing up her spot. I thought she was so much cleaner than she was, and I thought I was way messier than I was. And it's not that Nay is clean, but messy, and I'm organized, but dirtier. I don't even want to say I'm dirty, but like Nay likes to. Yeah, no, I like shower and everything. I make sure I brush my teeth. Actually, I think I need to brush my teeth today. But like in our room, since I do the laundry, I like make sure everything is folded, and I'm like, okay, Nay, here's your stuff, put it away. And I don't know, because I feel like because of how my mom was about it, she was like, no, it's gotta go away as soon as it's folded. I don't want to be weird about it, so I'm like, Nay, here's your stuff, like put it away. But it'll be out for days and days and days and days, and just the other day, there was like a t-shirt on the floor, and it was there for like 4 days, and me and Nay we weren't fighting, but we were like we were laughing, but we were like yelling at each other back and forth. And I was like, fuck, Nay, what is this shirt from? This shirt has been here for 4 days. And she was crying. She's like, I thought you wouldn't notice. I was like, I've noticed it every single day. And so she like put her head down and she like scooped up the shirt and she just threw it in the closet. And it was so funny. It like didn't make me mad, but I'm like, it's stuff like that where I'm like, I appreciate when all of the stuff is put away. And I understand the candle now. I mean, I didn't understand the candle before.
So if you ask Renee to do something like a chore, whether it's put something away or clean something up, like, does it bother you that she doesn't do it when you ask her? Like, I think how long does time have to go by for you to be like annoyed about it?
I think
like,
for me,
obviously 4 days.
I think maybe like a work week. I think a work week, and it like starts to bother me, unless it's something I like use a lot. Like, but I also try not to be too holier than thou about it, because Nay gets mad when I don't do stuff when she asks. Like, I also have to. My chore list is I have to unload the dishwasher and scrub the pots and pans, and Nay will load the dishwasher and run it, but she almost never runs it, and I'm like, why doesn't she run it? And so I open it up and I'm like, oh, there's clean dishes in here, I need to unload it. And she'll be like, hey, I can't, like the sink is piling up, something's gotta, and so that's when I'll just unload it and then load it. But I would say probably like, I would say like 4 or 5 days once something's not done. And I don't want to be a dickhead about it. So I don't remind her every day. Like, especially the clothes, I'll be like, oh, they're folded there. It bothered me the other day because I folded everything and I left it on this beanbag. And I was like, hey, can you put your clothes away just because I want to lay on the beanbag? And she threw not a fit, but she's like, I really don't want to do it. And it was like 10 o'clock, so it was like not that big of a deal. She's like, okay, I'll do it before work tomorrow. And then she like woke up and she was literally like ready to walk out the door. I was like, hey, Nay, like, there's still stuff on the beanbag. And she what about you and Andrew?
Well, we don't have like chores that we assign to each other. However,
oh my gosh. See, like, it's so we got there's 10 minutes before it'll kick us out. See how just like that, it's already like, it's so quick. All right, sorry.
Okay. So,
God, we're back. Oh, I love this.
basically, I feel like no one can clean like how I can clean. So even if I ask you to do it, I'm a bitch that you're not helping me, but then be mad because you're not doing it right. And then there's just things like our work schedules are also very different. Like
Right.
what we do for work is very different.
Right.
And sometimes I feel like, how did I even do all this before? I didn't have to go into work, but at the same time, I also didn't have two other people and a dog living with me either. So that makes up the time. But we're not, I wouldn't say that we're like the 1800s type of domestic.
Right. But it's more
either. But I guess the love languages that we have too, like that kind of goes with like our chores. So like I like to cook. That's my way of showing people that I love them or whatever, right? So is it a cook and clean situation? Most of the time I do both. Yeah. But if I ask him, he'll do it. He may not do it when I want him to do it, but he'll do it. I don't generally have to do yard work anymore, but I'll go out there and kind of
pull a couple of weeds.
I don't even do that. I don't
sit on the front porch sipping tea.
Basically. But I
feel like that's the trade-off.
Yeah, it is. And now Alex is getting older, and I don't give him chores. He doesn't really live here all the time either, right? Like, so, it's more of like, hey, can you help not do this? Can you go outside and help Dad pick up all the sticks? You know, as he gets a little bit older, maybe you can help pick up Cece's poop or something or whatever. And then, at the end we get a reward. We have a popsicles in the freezer and sit there and stuff. But as far as like the house, I feel like my lack. So we'll just say this, my least favorite and my least skilled or lack of skills is
what's your least favorite chore?
Hate to fold laundry. Hate it. Hate it. I will wash it, dry it. But here's the thing, like my size clothes versus Andrew's size clothes, not that he's big by any means either, right?
But I mean, he is bigger than you, like just objectively. So, like, he's not
so like my saying? Underwear and his little underwear are not the same. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
My little socks, his little socks, not the same. And he has to actually wear a uniform for work where I don't. I can lounge around for a couple days in the same hoodie or something. And then he's got his softball stuff and golf. He just wears more clothes per week than I do.
Right.
And I don't think that, like,
there's nothing wrong with that. That's
people
just
don't generally wash their jeans every time they wear them, right? Mm-hmm. Like, whatever. So it's not even that stuff. It's just like shirts and underwear and socks and undershirts. You guys wear undershirts. I don't. Like, I don't wear a cami or anything underneath half my stuff. So like, but since we've been doing our workout, I have contributed more clothes to that, like my sports bra, my workout, like I'm drenched, so I can't like rewear any of that stuff. Like it goes straight in the washer.
I give mine like 2-3.
No, I am like drenched and from the Peloton in mine.
Yeah, see, you're doing I'm with my walks, I'm not as stinky, but I think on my meds I'm way sweatier. Like in the past couple of years I've gotten I'll work up a sweat like nothing, which
and like, so okay, maybe you can wear like the same gym shorts again, but like you're not for girls you're not wearing the same sports bra. Absolutely not. So like I wash everything, fold everything, and generally but once I fold it, I kind of half-ass fold a lot of my stuff is hung too. I just kind of shove it, whatever, it's away. Andrew likes to fold his stuff and put it away nicely. He just
the way Renee folds stuff.
I don't like the way Andrew folds stuff either. It's very different.
And
I'm probably the one that's the problem though. Like I don't fold it right.
And see, Renee's like you. She's like, I don't even care. Like I don't want to fold it. And I'm like, that's one thing that I didn't think would ever bother me. But like, it's not even that she folds it bad. She just folds it different. I'm like, I don't like the crease in my shirt, how it sits when you do that.
I think that's what it was for Andrew. Like I had the way I fold clothes is he, and then he used to work in retail, so he was folding stuff. I also work in retail, but I don't fold anything.
Yeah, but you're not on the floor. Yeah.
Absolutely not. No. So it's different. I do like the way he folds because it does fit better in the drawers when I put it away correctly. And, it's not wrinkly. It's great.
Yeah.
But I mean, I just shoved it, and if I needed it, I just threw it in the dryer real quick on Wrinkle Cycle, and that was it. And I have a steamer and I have an iron, which I don't ever use. But folding clothes I hate it. I will scrub a bathroom down.
Touch it. See, I hate cleaning the bathroom. I hate cleaning the bathroom and touching wet food. Like, that's why I'll unload the dishwasher. I'll even loading it doesn't bother me, but if there's wet food in the sink, how in the drain it'll catch all the bits off your plate. I can't even look at it.
You don't have a garbage disposal?
We do, but
just shove it down there.
We're not very good about using it. Also, when we moved in after the welcome party or housewarming, somebody put a shot. I don't know that they put it, but a shot glass wound up in the garbage disposal, so it fucked up our garbage disposal for a bit. So I think now both of us are just I'm afraid to use it because I don't want to fuck it up, but I know that's what it's for. But wet food, it makes my skin crawl. Nasty.
I would, that doesn't really make me gag or anything, but Andrew loves ketchup, and I've noticed that so he's really good about rinsing off his stuff. We don't have a dishwasher. I am the dishwasher. But he rinses off his stuff. And Jen and I just leave it there because I'm going to wash dishes anyways, right?
Yeah.
And then you scrub down the sink after you're done and all that. Yeah. I've noticed that I cannot stand the smell of wet ketchup. It's this stench that I'm
It is pretty gross.
It's really gross. And I was
because we're a saucy couple.
Oh, same.
This is a saucy household, and we have those little dipping cups. So I feel we're pretty good about rinsing those out. But I know what you're talking about with those. And
if something's been in my fridge too long, and I kind of already see it starting to grow something in it, I throw the whole thing away. I'm not even trying to save that Tupperware or whatever. And then I don't even really use Tupperware anymore. Plastic, I got rid of all that stuff a long time ago. I
all
use
glass.
Yeah, it's easier to clean. It's more sanitary. It's better to heat up stuff in and to wash. But yeah, if it's growing, it's out. I don't save nothing.
Rebecca, we're almost at 40 minutes. Isn't that crazy? That was so fast.
Super fast.
So I think for next week, whenever we sit down and do this again,
okay,
I think we should have a movie recommendation. Do you have a movie recommendation? Should I watch Sybil, or do you have a different movie recommendation?
I mean, something new or something that you haven't watched, and then what's the genre?
Something I haven't watched is.
Well, we're coming up on Halloween, so I'm a horror flick chick.
Yeah. I was actually just telling somebody about was it No, it wasn't Poltergeist. Was it Sinister? Whichever one that we saw.
Sinister.
Sinister. Fuck that. So I think we're at less than a minute.
Okay.
Give me your recommendation for, I guess we are coming up on spooky season.
Have you seen the original Halloween?
I haven't. Is that Michael Myers, or is that
Michael Myers? Cannot not watch that.
All right. Next time we convene,
okay,
we will I'll bring Michael Myers to the table, and we'll keep going. I'm excited. Thank you for doing this month.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. All right.